They definitely are three of the most deserving people of this award. They do so much for all the schools and helping everyone.
We're the glue that really kind of bridges that gap with all different healthcare providers, parents, coaches. We're like a one-person department at our schools, so we have to collaborate.
Sometimes, I get text from one of them like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and then like, hey, like, what would you do in this case?
To collaborate and like bounce ideas off. I mean, it's a great example to just show for any profession of how well you can work together.
Squalicum's technically not competing at this meet, and yet they're still here like helping.
They're like all really close, and it's really fun to work with so many different people and like all the different styles.
Tito might be doing something on an athlete and my students can walk up and see what he's doing.
It's been an amazing learning experience. I've learned so much.
It's something that I never knew I was gonna be able to do coming into high school.
I think we're all willing to help each other, and we all want to help each other because we all want the best for our athletes and our students.
Jace, you were right. You were right.
He's just a calm, loving presence in my classroom and in the school as a whole.
Whenever someone's in need, he can help.
Maybe it's the first time they've been around this many kids, so I want their behavior and that to work to try to get it going in a positive direction as they start through the educational system.
He goes into classrooms and visits.
He just has a sixth sense about him that sometimes he'll just disappear and he'll show up somewhere else where he's needed.
The parents, the teachers, and the student we can all work together as one to help. They bring joy to me by seeing them develop.
He's a part of our community, a huge part of our community. And when you think of Silver Beach, you think of Grandpa Bob.
Okay, what's coming next? Here comes the G now, G.
He's nice, he's funny, he's good at teaching music because he understands us.
It's easy to learn and it's really cool to learn. I've learned basically everything about the viola. I started out with nothing.
It's good for your brain, it's good for your self-esteem, it's good for teamwork and leadership. It's all these things that music really does.
He teaches strings and he teaches music at the middle school.
Mondays and Tuesdays, I go to Geneva to Birchwood, and then I go usually to Colcosia, then I come to Lowell and do 2 sections here. So that's my A day, and it alternates. On my B days, I'm at middle school where I teach 6, 7, 8 band, 6, 7, 8 orchestra.
Getting them to love music at an early age really epitomizes the Bellingham Promise.
It's awesome. I probably would have never done cello if I hadn't done this. So.
Let's celebrate ourselves. Stomp the floor for your great work. Good job, good job, good job.
Neuroeducation is learning about the brain and learning how we learn. Over the course of the year, these first graders had almost a full understanding of the basic anatomy of the brain.
The right hemisphere controls the left eye, and the left hemisphere controls the right eye, just like it is with your hands.
They are using words like my PFC, my hippocampus.
We know that the occipital lobe helps us see, and our eyes go like this.
If you know how your brain works and you understand how your brain works while you're learning, that leads to a growth mindset, a better classroom community, and it's really empowering.
Instead of saying, do this because I told you so, they're in charge of oh, I know that I can do these things and that's gonna help me learn even faster.
Her and her grade level team have embedded it in all 6 of their units of inquiry, so it's just something that she just continues to run with and grow.
It's very powerful. I got a lot of feedback from families, just the positive impact that's having on them at home in problem solving and regulating, and it's all been very positive.
Go! Right there. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
For Mr. Jim, he's a very sweet and an amazing man, and I love to help him. If I were to say Mr. Jim in one word, it would be awesome. We're really thankful to have him.
We're so happy that he got the Promise Award.
Demonstrating the promise all the time. I mean, he loves every kid in the school, and you can tell just how he interacts with every kid here.
I know there's custodians that can work me under the table in many areas, but I've always tried to make up for some of those areas that I'm not so good in and try to go the extra mile. Are you going to keep that? Okay, you keep that.
He cleans up all the messes that we make and works really hard.
The kids even help him because he's so amazing.
You guys want to grab brooms? Part of a team thing. We're taking care of our new school. It's good.
Because he helps us when we need help, so I think it would be great if we paid it forward to him. We're keeping the cafeteria clean and really all the essential stuff.
What we're going to do that's different than our last lab is we are going to change the force.
It's probably one of my favorite classes. You get to do a lot of fun experiments.
Once you learn how to harness that 6th grade energy, 6th graders are really, really capable.
He definitely won that award. He does everything. He does like 7 things.
You'll find him before school during ASB, and then after school he does track team.
And he's a teacher, and he subs sometimes for like PE.
100 students that he teaches every day in science, 30 students that he works with in advisories, 80 students that are served in our future problem solvers. He coaches track, and that has almost half of our school.
I try to make those programs really, really special so kids feel like they're part of something.
He really pushes you to your limits.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's our coach.
It's fun to be recognized, but really it's a reflection of everything I've learned from always being around amazing staff, and everything I've learned from working with other really talented coaches, and everything I've learned from teaching students, coaching students.
Nobody doesn't know Mr. Finley. He knows everybody. He's everywhere.
8th graders, you're with me. 7th graders.
Vamos Outdoors Project is a nonprofit serving Latina youth and families in Whatcom and Skagit County. We run outdoor, recreational, and academic programming. It's like learning how to ride a bike, or learning how to climb or swim, things like that.
Participating in these activities, it's proven that it diminishes the negative experiences and the traumatic experiences that all of these kids might have experienced as immigrants, as Latina, as multilingual, as migrant.
Many of our students are doing much better because they have that opportunity of having those activities that other kids are having.
We take the kids out biking. That's the community of biking. We take them hiking. That's the community of hiking. We're making them be part of that community. That's the same thing with the school.
Connecting families with resources that the school already has, but maybe has a hard time delivering.
The change that Vamos has done in such a short time is just incredible.
The kids will see us and like, what am I doing, Vamos? They are in an environment where they're succeeding.
If a kid rides a bike, if they learn how to climb, if they learn how to do something, they can say, oh, in the future, I'm able to do all of these things, you know? So it just brings them a more positive outlook in their lives.
Good morning, friends. How are you today? Every morning, I try to check in with every classroom just because I think it's important to see what the tone of the day might be.
She's out in the building all day long. She greets all the kids in the morning.
Happy Friday, Kennedy. It's good to have you guys.
On the first day we even met her, she had a smile on her face and she was so happy to meet us.
Every single time I see her, she's always kind and she's just a kind heart.
She always looks out for praise and ways that other folks are successful. If there's a problem, she owns that and always makes her team feel like what they're doing is the most magical, meaningful work on the planet.
When you're present during the day, trust is built and is deepened. All of those other technical things that we sometimes have to do, I can do that by coming in early in the morning or doing it after school. But I think being present is also a really important part of maybe the style that I offer. Good morning, friends.